1-2, 1-2. This is your countdown for the Preston Indians pregame show. Pregame in 30 seconds from Mark. As we'll have a good game today, hopefully. And pregame show will start in 15 seconds from Mark. Pregame in 10 seconds from Mark. Have a good game. Pre-game show in 5 seconds from Mark. This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. And a very pleasant good evening, everybody. Welcome inside Preston Gym as tonight the Preston Lady Indians take back to the floor as they'll play host to the Bear Lake Bears. Good evening, everybody. Dan Hubbard with you. Working solo tonight. John Beverly has the night off tonight. He's attending a cheerleading competition down in Salt Lake area, watching his granddaughters do a little cheerleading, so he'll be back with us next week. For tonight, we'll bring you tonight's game here on the My Local Radio Sports Network and on KACH. For the Lady Indians, winners of 2 in a row. They're 4-1 overall on the year. They beat Minico earlier in the week, 49-36. In fact, they've scored right at 49 points or above in each of the last 3 games. One of those was a 51-50 loss, however, at Burley last week. So they've won 2 games in a row. They've won back-to-back games twice this year, and they're 4-1 overall on the season. Tonight they'll play host to the Bear Lake Bears. They are the defending 2A state champions. They returned 4 out of their 5 starters from a year ago, so this is going to be a very tough matchup tonight at home for the Preston Indians. So we'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll get started into tonight's pregame show, and we'll have the scene set. We'll look into some news and notes about tonight's broadcast. We'll also talk to Coach Ben User on the way in just a little bit. We'll have our look at other games around the area being played today, and we'll also chat with our outstanding students from Preston High School. That's all coming up on the pregame show as we get started right after this timeout on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
One of the things that makes Northern Title unique is the fact that we serve clients in 3 states, Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. Each state has different rules and regulations, and our experienced staff understands each unique rule, so we can facilitate closings in all 3 states. If you're buying a home in Star Valley and you want to close in Preston, it's no problem. The company logo is Good Deeds Done Daily. We are preparing Good Deeds Daily, but it's more than that. We really are trying to serve the community in a good way. Northern Title, Good Deeds Done Daily. Visit us today.
Go Preston!
You understand the importance of maintenance for your car, like a yearly tune-up. So it makes sense to give your body an annual health tune-up too by scheduling a yearly wellness visit at Franklin County Medical Center in Preston. Our physicians help with preventative care and can spot health issues before they become serious. And there's a good chance your health insurance will cover the cost. Why wait? Schedule your family's wellness visits today.
We offer rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. For example, your home's heating and air conditioning system draws significant amount of electricity during certain times of the year. We offer cashback for heat pumps, which use energy-efficient technology to heat and cool your home. We also offer rebates on appliances and smart accessories like smart plugs and smart switches. Really, for anything that draws electricity in your home, we usually have some type of rebate to offer you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
When you think of outdoor adventure, you might think of snow machines, four-wheelers, side-by-sides, motorcycles, or even cutting wood or taking care of the lawn. No matter what your definition of outdoor adventure is, always remember Ultimate Power Sports. We carry brand names like Polaris, Can-Am, Yamaha, Skidoo, Stihl, and Toro. Offering sales and service, your fun really does begin at Ultimate Power Sports. With multiple in-store financing options, we can help you have outdoor adventures right now. Stop in today, Ultimate Power Sports in Logan and Preston.
And welcome back to the pregame show here tonight as we can go and hear from Preston Gym. The JV game's got about a minute and a half to play as the Preston JV losing by 16. So unfortunately it looks like they will go down and defeat the Bear Lakes JV team here tonight. For the Indians, as they come home to play this game here with that 2-game winning streak, hope they get used to playing at home. They're going to see it for a while. They play 6 of their next 8 games, including tonight here at Preston Gym. So they've been playing well, and hopefully they can do that in front of the home crowds coming up over the next couple of weeks as they'll really get used to home cooking. And the game against Minico that they won the other night, they were led by Taylor Wakely, who finished the game with 13 points overall on the night. She's averaging 9.5 points a game. That's number 1 on the team. For Bear Lake, as we mentioned, they are defending state champions at the 2A level. They graduate only 1 of their 5 starters from a year ago. They're also 4-1 as they come into the game with wins over Malad, Soda Springs, Firth, and North Fremont. The one loss that they suffered this year was a 4-point loss on the road at Sugar Salem. And from everything I've seen and heard, Sugar Salem is really good this year, so it was really not a surprise. That snapped an 11-game win streak that they had going since the middle of last year, as Bear Lake finished last year with their state championship. They were 23-3 a year ago. So it'll be time to step into the coach's corner. When we come back, we'll talk to Coach Ben User. That's on the way here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
In today's world, you need a bank that moves as fast as you move. A bank where personal relationships are still the norm and where your life, your business, and your needs come first. That's what you'll find at Cache Valley Bank. With locations in southern Idaho and throughout Utah, Cache Valley Bank offers you the personalized service of a hometown bank with the resources and capacities of a large bank. Visit Cache Valley Bank today. Let us help you build the financial network you need. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
Purchasing land or a new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in the industrial construction and support services since 1982. We have the crews and equipment for hydro excavation, dirt and equipment hauling, as well as produced and potable water hauling. We also offer septic tank cleaning services, portable toilets, and roll-off dumpster rentals for facility shutdowns, on location or for your next outdoor event. Call us today to discuss how we can help with your next project. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
When you're hungry for a delicious burger, roast beef sandwich, and an ice-cold soda, stop at Papa J's Deli in Clifton, Idaho. You'll get an amazing meal at an affordable price, and you'll enjoy great conversation. Papa J's is famous for the best beef jerky, but you'll also find a delicious menu, a friendly staff, great snacks, and good friends at Papa J's Deli. Stop in today to satisfy your hunger. Papa J's, 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
For 78 years, West Motor Company has stood by your family. While the generations have come and gone, our commitment to quality and service has never wavered. Our team is here to ensure you find the vehicle that keeps your loved ones safe on every journey. When trust matters most, choose West Motor Company, now proud to be part of the Mountain West Auto Group.
The pregame coaches show is brought to you by Elisa Benson, North Realty, Idaho, and North Realty, Utah. And welcome back here to the pregame show. The Indians get ready to take on the Lady Bears from Bear Lake coming up here in just a few minutes. Time to step into the coaches' corners. We visit with Ben Huser before we get the game going here today. You're off to a 4-1 start. That has to be a positive check for you, for the girls on their side of the ledger.
It is. It's a good start, and a couple of those wins have been at home. A couple of them have been on the road, so we're liking to see that we're winning on the road in somebody else's environment. Those are always tough games, and so pretty good start. We got to keep it rolling tonight.
I like to go back and track numbers and points scored for the girls, just for my own consumption. Taylor Wakely, which we all expected her to do very well, but you're also getting good quality minutes and points out of Ellie Nelson, and Mackley White was impressive too.
We need everybody to step in and fill roles on any given night, and that's what I've been most impressed with, is we haven't had to have one person carry the load. We've been able to share the load based on who we're playing. The girls are starting to read what the defense is giving them offensively and getting it to the people who are going to be able to take the ball and do with it what they need to. So Ellie Nelson's had to step up. Mackley White had some open shots the other night. It's Brightly that's facilitating things a lot of times. And Taylor was the beneficiary of the first two games and being able to score for us. So we're able to utilize a lot of our weapons and a lot of our athletes, which we're trying to do more of each night as our offense gets better.
Another nice win a couple of nights ago at Minico to get you to 4-1. But, of course, we weren't there for that game. But you said it left some things in your mind that you needed to work on.
We continue to struggle at the free throw line. We were 6 of 18 for about 33% there. And we missed 10 to 12 layups that I can remember. So just these little things that we've got to take care of. Our turnovers were pretty high. And we need to clean those things up quickly as we face better competition, because those teams will exploit that on us. They'll put a lot of pressure on us, and if we can't handle the ball, and if we can't get down and shoot free throws that are free and make our inside shots, we're going to struggle at times with the really good teams. And so we've really focused on that the last couple nights, had a couple of great practices, tried to put them in some intense situations where we can hopefully carry that over into the game.
The last couple of days, last three games actually, you've gone 49, 49, and 50 points in the last three games. Is that where playing better defense has to come in and has to become part of the game plan? Because necessarily 49 or 50 points when you get up against the better teams is not going to be enough to win.
It is. We're trying to hold teams at 35 points or under. That's kind of been our team goal every night. And we feel like if we do that, as our offense is still coming along, we'll be able to at least score 36 points in our minds. But as I mentioned with free throws and layups, if we start hitting those things, we're up into the 60s at that point. And our defense, if it stays the same, we're able to really kind of show how we compare to other teams that are high-scoring teams like Pocatello and Shelley and Blackfoot and some of these other teams that we want to compete with down the road.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about tonight's game. Bear Lake, the defending 2A state champions. They moved up two levels during the rearrangement over the summer, like their other sports did. But this is still a very tough team.
It is a very tough team, and as we've watched film on them this year, they've brought a lot of key pieces back that help them in that run. And they're so good fundamentally, and they have great systems and processes. They run that Fresno 2-3 zone that causes problems for offenses. They have a great little press break. They also have a good man-to-man offense. And so they're bringing everything at us tonight, and it'll be a great test for us to see if we are progressing as far as we need to.
Keys for us to be successful tonight.
We have to take care of the basketball. And we're going to try to get Ellie Nelson involved and get her going early and get some free throws made. And really defensively, we have to come out and be disciplined. We know what they're going to run, but their execution is really good. And so we've got to step up and stop that execution.
Very good. We'll look forward to it. Thanks for your time.
Thanks for having me, Dan. Appreciate it.
Ben Huser, our guest here on the pregame show. We'll take a time out. We'll come back with more here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Make the best deal you can. When it's time to buy or sell commercial or residential real estate, it's important to have Elisa Benson on your team. She is helpful, knowledgeable, honest, friendly, hardworking, and results-oriented. As a graduate of Preston High School, Elisa understands the real estate markets in Idaho and Utah. Call Elisa Benson today, North Realty Idaho and North Realty Utah. Elisa Benson, your proactive, trusted advisor.
100% guarantee is a good thing, and that's what you get when you hire the professionals at Yardmaster Services. We help you get the yard of your dream with custom fertilization for grass, trees, and shrubs, spraying for weeds, and lawn aeration. We also help keep your sprinkler system in top shape with turn-on and turn-off services, including winterization and small repairs. We even eliminate the bugs in the lawn and around the house. Yardmaster, serving commercial and residential customers. Call Yardmaster Services today for a free quote.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
The standout students of Preston High School are brought to you by Canyon Creek Dental. And welcome back to another edition of Preston's Standout Students, brought to you by Canyon Creek Dental. As we'll visit with two more great students here at Preston High School, as our guests today are Hallie Spackman. She's a freshman. Hallie, thanks for taking a few minutes to join us here today.
Yes, of course.
And we're going to talk also with junior Catherine Mueller, who's with us here today. Catherine, good afternoon or good evening, whatever the case may be, and thanks for joining us.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Let's talk about the way things are going here at freshman. Catherine, we'll start with you being a junior. You've been here for a couple of years now already. How are things going here at Preston?
It's good. I've always loved school ever since I was a freshman. So just another year of loving school, and yeah. Mr.
Zabo told me before I came in to do the interviews that you guys are both 4.0 students, so obviously classes are going very, very well.
Yeah, I love taking pride in my schoolwork. It's fun to learn. I enjoy learning, so it comes easy at 4.0. It's not the hardest thing because I enjoy it, so.
It comes easy at 4.0. Bite your tongue. I struggle for what I got. Let's see. Let's jump over the other side. Hallie Spackman, you're the freshman. So what's it like now coming to Preston? It's a little bit different, I'm guessing.
It's definitely new being in a different school, but once you get the hang of it, like after the first couple of weeks, it comes more naturally, and you can just do easier things as you go on.
It's a new school, but you probably have a lot of the same friends, so you just can lean on the same people.
Yeah, that's true. More like having the same friend group helps support you better.
Anything that's caught your interest so far that you really have liked here through the first couple of months of your freshman year?
I really enjoy the FHP program. I'm really looking forward to doing that next semester.
Got yourself involved in any clubs or athletics or any activities?
I do volleyball. I'm currently doing wrestling, and later in the year I'll be doing track, and that's practically all the clubs and stuff I do.
That keeps you busy, though, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Catherine, what about you? What has caught your eye in your 3 years plus now that you've been here?
Yeah, I've been involved in a lot of clubs. I am in Key Club and National Honor Society, which is service clubs. And I recently joined soccer my sophomore year, and I've played that for a couple years now, and I love it. I love our coaches. He's a great coach, Coach Lyon. And then this year I'm actually going to participate in Junior Miss, Distinguished Young Women's, which I'm super excited about. It's a new thing, it's only for junior girls, so I'm excited to be able to participate in that this year.
Interesting. So let's break out the old crystal ball here and look down the road and see what's coming up here in your futures. For Catherine, we'll talk about you're a year and a half away from graduation. Things that have caught your eye that you might be planning on for after Preston, going to school. What you might have in mind for a career coming up.
Yeah, I have thought about it a lot, actually. When I graduate, I hope to serve a mission for my Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and that's like a year and a half for girls. And then when I get, hopefully, I don't know if I'll go to college before my mission or if I'll just go on my mission first, and then I'm planning on attending college, though, and before or after.
Any vocation career-wise that might have caught your eye that you're planning on?
I love people, so I want to do something that has to deal with people. I don't necessarily have a specific thing in mind. There are some things that I've thought about just working with kids. Sometimes I've had thoughts of maybe being a school teacher in a way, or just working with people. So I don't really have like a exact thing in mind, but just I know I want to work with people.
Hallie, I know this is really a look down the road for you, being only a freshman. But what do you think might be in your future once your days are done here at Preston?
I've really thought. I have thought about this actually. I have definitely loved helping people, and I. Specifically, with the FHP program, I want to maybe, be a physical therapist or go into sports med or something like that.
A lot of the girls that have been, especially that I've talked to, want to be either teachers, and a lot of them want to get into medicine in some sort of another field. But you guys are right in line with what everybody else is wanting to do as well. What does that make you? Does that maybe you can kind of lean on your friends a little bit now to also, help you in a hard time in the FHP program as you try to move forward in that?
I definitely do lean on my friends for help. When I'm struggling with homework, I know I can lean on them because they'll always pick me up where I need help. And same with them, if they ever need help, I am willing to give them that help because they help me so much.
That's awesome. You guys are right on it, and continue best of luck and success in your remaining time here at Preston High School. Hallie Speckman and Catherine Mueller have been our guests here, as they are two more of Preston's outstanding students.
Everyone wants a smile they can be proud of. A healthy smile can make your day brighter. At Canyon Creek Dental, Doctors Justin Carter, Thomas Hull, Heath Bateman, and Corby Dixon see patients of all ages and provide a full line of dental services, including fillings, wellness checks, braces, wisdom teeth, oral surgery, and cosmetic dentistry. Call us today to schedule an appointment in our Preston or Grace office. Canyon Creek Dental. We're here to give you a smile you can be proud of.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
In a world that's full of unknowns, you don't have to worry about whether or not your insurance has got you covered when life throws you a curveball. If your coverage is with Farm Bureau, the Smith Insurance Agency in Preston, offering policies from auto to home, farm and ranch to crop insurance, and business to life insurance. The Smith Insurance Agency does it all. No matter what challenges life brings, you're not alone. Make sure you've got the right coverage in the right areas of your life. Schedule a free insurance review today with Farm Bureau, the Smith Insurance Agency in Preston.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. Our experts self-perform all phases of construction on new or existing structures, such as site excavation, access road creation, concrete foundations, welding, and the installation and maintenance of piping, tanks, metal buildings, and more. Our turnkey services will have your facility operational quickly and safely. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
WattSmart is Rocky Mountain Power's energy efficiency program. WattSmart provides rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the home. Devices and appliances that use electricity in your home can usually be made more efficient, and that can save you money and energy. When you decide to make upgrades, we have rebates available for you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Rocky Mountain Power, wattsmarthomes.com. Offering rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. Ready Support Services. We are ready. West Motor Company, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Franklin County Medical Center for the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value with the finest meat and produce in Preston. S&T Electric. It's what we do. Flying S Escrow and Title, land title protectors since 1905. Ultimate Power Sports. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at Ultimate Power Sports in Preston. Elisa Benson of North Realty, Idaho and North Realty, Utah. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Cache Valley Bank, serving Utah and southern Idaho with 21 locations. Yardmaster, keeping lawns healthy throughout the Cache Valley. Puppy Steps Training, northern Utah and southern Idaho's premier board and training facility since 2011. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, your local agents right here in Preston. Canyon Creek Dental, with 2 area locations to serve you. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in downtown Preston where you will be treated like a friend. Papa J's, making world-class jerky locally right here in Clifton. Ralph's Construction, building custom homes throughout the region. This broadcast is made possible through an agreement between Preston Broadcasting, LLC and Preston High School, and is a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC. This game is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or reproduction of this broadcast without express written permission of Old West Media is strictly prohibited.
They say the 3 most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
105.
It's time to meet the Preston Lady Indians, brought to you by Webb Funeral Home in Preston.
Ellie Nelson, Senior, Franklin, Idaho.
Ella Marlowe, Senior, Preston, Idaho.
Brightly Harris, Senior, Preston, Idaho. Adeline Romney, Senior, Preston, Idaho.
Taylor Wakely, Junior, Preston, Idaho.
Macy Knapp, Junior, Preston, Idaho. Riley Knapp, Junior, Cub River, Idaho.
Dottie Keller, Junior, Riverdale, Idaho.
Carissa Whiteley, Junior, Preston, Idaho.
Mackley White, Sophomore, Preston, Idaho.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
And welcome back inside Preston Gym as they're announcing the starting lineups onto the floor. Starters tonight for the Indians include Taylor Wakely, Dottie Keller, Addie Romney will start at the point, Brightly Harris at the shooting guard, and Ellie Nelson down low. For the Bear Lake Lady Bears tonight, Sydney Soul, the 5'5 senior, will start. It'll be Taylor Neal, a 5'5 senior. Emily Walker, also a 5'5 senior. A little bit farther down under the basket, Peyton Crockett, who is a 5'10 junior. And in the middle, Haley Wells, a 6'1 sophomore, will start tonight for the Lady Bears of Bear Lake. And the starting lineups tonight brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. So here we go, ready to get things started here tonight as the Lady Indians and the Bear Lake Lady Bears, both at 4-1. Something's got to give over the next hour and a half or so of play as the tip comes all the way into the backcourt, controlled there by the Indians as Wakely goes back to get it. Taylor up into the front court, gives it off to Harris. Harris kicks it off to Romney on the right side. Down low, comes to Nelson, and immediately it's tied up, and it's going to go back to Bear Lake on the held ball. Good idea to get it down to Nelson on the low post, but good defense by the Lady Bears to come across and to kind of take the ball away. So Preston's 4-1. The only team they've lost to was Burley, and that was by 1 point. Bear Lake 4-1. They lost by 4 points to Sugar Salem. Both teams have won 2 games since then, so something's got to give here tonight. It comes here on the near side. Sydney Scholl had it, lost it. Able to get it back, puts it back to the dribble. Now comes all the way around, get down the key. Her shot's no good. Rebound there, kicked out quickly, get it ahead. As coming down the left side, as that is Wakely, who missed the layup. But the ball knocked out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Indians. As it'll be Preston's ball in the front court underneath their own basket. As it comes into Keller in the corner. Outside to Harris. Back outside, Romney driving. Got cut off, tried to throw it up toward the basket, but it was no good, taken out of midair. Again, here come the Lady Bears back again the other way. Tried to poke it down low to get it down to the low post and Crockett, but again, off of Crockett's hands and again goes out of bounds. A couple of turnovers on the first 2 trips down the floor here for the Lady Bears. Minute and 10 seconds gone in the game. We're scoreless here as Preston again gets it back up into the front court. Wakely tried to hand it to Romney as she dropped it. Picked up again. Here come the Bears 2-on-1. Now 2-on-2. Good defense by Harris to stick her foot out to break up the break. Yeah, it's a kicking violation, but it stopped the 2-on-1 break. Good headsy play there by Brightly Harris. Ball stays with the Lady Bears in the front court. Comes into Wells. Nice pass down low. Again taken away as they got it to Crockett for an easy layup, and Harris came across and rips it away from her before she can get the shot off. Again, the ball will stay with the Bears. Front court underneath their own basket. Walker to bring it in. Back to Wells. 15-foot jumper is good. So Wells scores the first 2 points of the game. Now hold on. We got a Preston player down on her knees as I believe that is Romney, who's down here for a moment, kind of holding her forehead. Make sure she's okay as she tries to get up. As they help her up. The trainer there, and they're going to walk her right back toward the training office to make sure she's okay. Whoops, and she's walking, kind of stumbles a little bit as they'll continue to walk her off the floor as it is Ella Marlowe who comes in as a replacement for the Indians a minute and a half into the game. 2-0 Bear Lake on top. As we're back here live is Wakely. Nice drive by Taylor all the way. Too strong on the layup, and that should stay with the Indians, and it does. As going up to try to get the rebound was Taisley Neal, and she kind of palmed it and threw it out of bounds. So it stays with the Indians again in the front court. Wild pass is going to come all the way in the back court, but that's legal as Harris didn't touch it until she was back above beyond the half-court line. Wakely to Nelson. Kick it back outside to Marlowe. Skip pass as they try to get it down low into the right corner, but knocked out of bounds again by the Bears. So again, the ball stays with the Indians as Dottie Keller will bring it in. Get it back to Wakely in the little right corner. Marlowe back out to the top of the key as it comes back to Harris, back to Marlowe. Now swinging over on the left side, back to Keller. Whoops, poked away, straight up in the air and taken away as here comes Crockett, fouled from behind as the foul will go against Dottie Keller. It wasn't Crockett, it was actually Sydney Scholl who will go to the free throw line. So Dottie Keller called for the foul as Sydney Scholl will go to the free throw line, the 5'5 senior, trying to extend the lead. 2-0 in favor of Bear Lake here in the early going. First free throw is good. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Canyon Creek Dental. They have dental offices in Preston and Grace. They'll give you the smile that you will always be proud of. That is Canyon Creek Dental. So he made the first, missed the second, and it's 3-0. Favor of the Bear Lake Lady Bears. Preston with it back up into the front court. Harris holds it outside, now comes back across the top of the key, down the middle, 13-footer in the paint, needs a bounce once, twice, one go down, and now it comes off to Wells. Quickly they break as Scholl comes back up into the front court. Scholl cut off there, gets it ahead, down into the left corner, held there by Neal, now bring it back out to the elbow, tries to throw it down low, that's going to go out of bounds. So another turnover for Bear Lake. They moved the ball pretty well, but a little errant with their passes here in the first quarter as well. And it's 3-0. Favor of Bear Lake. Comes to Nelson at the free throw line. Her pass, good defense again, deflected away. Ahead it comes to Crockett. Able to get to it as coming up, and Wells looked like she traveled. Or did they call a foul? Let's see what the whistle is. She went to a jump step and then took another step. That's a travel. But they're going to call, looks like they're going to call a foul against the Indians here instead. As the foul is going to go against Taylor Wakely. Wakely's first, team's second. Wow. as that's going to send Wells to the line for a couple of shots. That certainly looked like a traveling violation to me, as the first one by Wells is good. So it's 4-0. Just over 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Wells' second shot. That's good again. So Wells makes them both. She has 4 of the 5 points in the game here for the Bears here in the first quarter. They pick up at the midcourt stripe as the Indians get in the front court to Marlowe. She's double teamed. She tries to take it along the sideline, and she's fouled, as the ball will stay on the sideline and stay with the Indians, as the foul is going to go on number 11. That's Emmy Walker with the foul. That'll be her first and the first on the team. As it comes back in for the Indians. Still looking for their first points of the game here. They trail 5-0 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Outside, Keller looks at a 3. Needs a bounce, won't get it. As that again will come off. Quickly again, here comes the Bears again, back the other way. Macy Knapp will be in for Preston the next time the ball is dead. As they throw it up toward the basket, no good. Harris has the rebound there for the Indians. They come again back the other way. As here comes Wakely up into the front court. Good pass down low. And once again, the shot blocked by Wells. And then they tie the ball up again, and this one will stay with the Indians here in the Preston front court. So Knapp comes in. Carissa Whiteley will come in. And we get a couple of subs in here for the Lady Bears, as well as Gruel Sexton is one of those. We'll identify the other one here in just a second. Second shot here by Keller, able to hit the 3, and Preston's on the board. 5-3 midway through the first quarter as Preston trails by 2. Up into the front court. Outside, Skinner. Free throw line extended left. Back to the top of the key. Wells wants to drive all the way. Layup is no good. Rebound comes off. Back out to the top of the key again. It comes to Neal. She'll hold it there. Turn. Come back over here on the near side. That's the left side of the court to Sexton. She goes back to Wells. Off to Neal. Now back to Wells again. Gets cut off as she tries to go baseline. They get it back to the top of the key. Now back to Skinner. Back out top. Good ball movement here by the Lady Bears. Shot clock down to 10 as they hold it there. And finally, a foul called, a reach-in foul here against Brightly Harris. That'll be her first and the team's third. So Brightly, who had 11 points in the win over Burley, called for her first foul of the night. Ball will stay with the Lady Bears as they get it in. Keller almost had it. Now fight for it, tumble for it. Ball still loose. Harris able to go get it and take it away. Get it back to Keller as she regains her footing. Outside, Wakely comes back across onto the right side to Harris. Back out top, back to Keller. Left side now as it comes back to Wakely again. She'll put the ball to the floor with the dribble, and she throws it away as she threw it right to Neal. Neal all the way. Breakaway layup is good. Paisley has her first points of the game. The lead again is 4 at 7-3 here for Bear Lake on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. As it comes back to Wakely in the backcourt. She stops at the timeline, flips it to Harris. Now back to Taylor Wakely. Drives to the free throw line, down low, Knapp, and she has the shot blocked again by Wells. That's about 4 blocks already here in the first quarter for her. As the shot again is taken away, Wells with the rebound this time. Gets it back to Neal, back up into the front court. She'll give it back to Wells. That's a 3. That's no good. As Whiteley able to grab the rebound there for the Indians. 2:15 to play here in the first quarter. 7-3 in a low-scoring first quarter here tonight. Preston likes to hold teams to about 36, but right now they're not even scoring enough to get that close. As the pass intercepted, taken away by Harris. Brightly missed the layup down low. We go under 2 minutes to play, and it's still 7-3 with Bear Lake on top. As Harris now compounds the problem by reaching in and picking up her second foul. So that's 2 on Brightly, 4 on the team here in the quarter with 1.5 minutes to play. As that's going to get Mackley White into the game to replace Harris as she picks up a couple of quick fouls. So White comes in here for the Indians. The ball comes in to Schul. Schul, top of the key, over on the right side. It goes to Skinner. Now back to Schul. Lob it into the post, and a foul from behind. As that's going to be a pushing foul on Whiteley. That'll be her first, and that'll be the team's fifth. So Preston out of fouls, the remaining 1:40 of remaining here in the quarter. First quarter tonight brought to you by Cache Valley Bank. At the free throw line, shooting two, and the first one is good, as that is Desiree Ullman picking up her first point of the game to make it 8-3. As she'll shoot another one, and that one is good as well. So it's 9-3 as Ullman makes both free throws. Minute and a half, 1:35 to be exact, left in the quarter. Then Preston, little wild pass, goes over the head of Wakely and out of bounds. Today's game brought to you by Puppy Steps Training, the ultimate board and training experience for folks in Utah and Idaho. For more information, check out their website at puppystepstraining.com. Ball comes into the high post as they look down low, try to get it to the cutting Scholl as the pass is a little bit wild and goes out of bounds. It's another turnover committed here by Bear Lake, and the ball will come back to the Indians again. As here comes Wakely back up into the front court. Get it to Mackley White, and they try to save it, but Bear Lake knocks it out of bounds. Ball will stay with the Indians in the front court with 1:13 to play. Wakely will bring it in, baseline front court here for Preston. Holding, still holding, lobs it in deep to, comes into Knapp. Give it back to Wakely. 20 seconds still on the shot clock. Get it back up top as it comes to Keller. Dottie fakes left, comes right, can't get a shot, gives it back to Wakely. She'll go back to Keller, top of the key, lob it down low over everybody's head and out of bounds. So kind of sloppy passing from both sides here in the first quarter. As we're under a minute to play, 9-3 on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard. As the Lady Indians trailing. Three-pointer by Saxton, in and out, down low. The rebound taken away, but she traveled. The rebound went to Ullman. Tried to get turned around and get around to Keller, able to throw the pass, but in doing so, she moved the pivot foot, and that's a traveling violation. Another turnover here against Bear Lake as the ball comes back to the Indians. They get it in the front court with 40 seconds left in the quarter. Keller knocked it away, able to go and chase it down, getting it back down low to Knapp. Macy goes up too strong. Ball still loose. Whiteley had the rebound, but it's picked up there as Mackley White's shot partially blocked, taken away. 23 seconds to go in the quarter. Shot clock is off as Scholl has it back up into the front court. They'll hold on, get the last shot. On the left side, he comes back to Skinner, back to Scholl, now over on the right side as it comes there. Back up top to Scholl again, under 10 seconds in the quarter. 3 with 5, 4, they don't know the clock, down low. Skinner able to hit it from the baseline with 2 seconds left as she picks up her first points, and it'll be 11-3 in favor of the Bear Lake Lady Bears at the end of the first quarter. First quarter brought to you by Cache Valley Bank, 11-3 on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard. We'll go to the second coming up right after this.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Hi, I am Dr. Chelsea Morrison, the Primary Care Medical Director at Franklin County Medical Center. I'm here to tell you that one of the most important things you should do each year is see your doctor. A yearly checkup is a small way to prevent large health problems from happening. It is also an opportunity to get support for you and your family's health goals. Everyone, young or old, should have an annual wellness check, and chances are your insurance plan will cover it. Call to schedule your annual wellness checkup today.
There's no better family activity than a night out at the movies. Worm Creek Opera House Theater on State Street in Preston is your local home for first-run family movies. The historic theater offers top-flight comfort, the coolest refreshments, and quality entertainment, all at family prices. Stop by the Worm Creek Opera House at 70 South State Street in downtown Preston. For tickets, showtimes, and a list of upcoming attractions, go to wormcreek.org. All right, we move along here to quarter number 2 here tonight. Don't forget, playing this weekend at the Worm Creek Theater, it's Moana 2 from Disney. Check out their website for showtimes, tickets, and future attractions, wormcreek.org. Ball belongs to Bear Lakes as we start quarter number 2. They lead 11-3 on a low-scoring first quarter here tonight. As they'll work the ball around the right side, get it along the baseline, try to drive the base, can't. Try to get it down low to Crockett. She lost it back outside, back to Scholl. She wants to drive, but traveled. So a turnover. And the ball come back over to the Indians. Second quarter of the game here tonight, brought to you by Yardmaster. As Wakely will walk the ball back up into the front court. Goes over to White. White holds it back to Wakely. Back outside, Keller for a 3. Good again. Keller has a pair of threes and all the Preston points in the game. It's 11-6. Quickly, here come the Bears again back the other way. A three-pointer from the other side by Walker. That's no good. Ball still loose down low. Picked up by Wells in the paint. She tries to go up. And they can say she's fouled before she can go up, as the foul will be on Carissa Whiteley. And that'll be her second, team's first here in quarter number 2. So 11-6 on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. Bear Lake still on top. They've led the whole way so far. Bounce pass down low. Great entry pass. And the layup goes in and comes back out. Tough break there for Crockett as the Indians have the rebound back up the floor. Comes to Keller. Keller tries to turn and pass. Again, the pass knocked away by Wells. Crockett then tried to tie the ball up, but instead she fouled the Ellie Nelson, and the ball will stay with Preston. So thought it was going to be on the side. Now they'll move it down to the baseline where Keller will bring it in there. Just over a minute gone here in quarter number 2. Keller still holds, gets it into Wakely. Taylor brings it back across the top of the key, all the way down to the left side, back down low. As down low to White, she missed the layup, then gets knocked down, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Bear Lake. Tonight's game brought to you by Flying S Title and Escrow. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving its customers for over 119 years. That's Flying S Title and Escrow. Skip pass comes to Neal in the front court. Inside, back out. Three-pointer by Scholl. That's no good. Rebound comes to Crockett and tied up as it'll stay again with Bear Lake. Ella Marlowe back into the game as it'll be Carissa Whiteley to come back to the bench. They hold it. Bounce pass comes into Wells, back down low. As they try to get it to Walker, she lost it. And then the held ball again will come back to the Indians. So the Lady Bears are 4-1 on the year. They've beaten Malad, Soda Springs, Firth, and North Fremont. And as we mentioned in the pregame show, their only loss was to Sugar Salem, a very good team of their own. Keller into the paint for the Indians. Bounce it back outside to Marlowe. Kick it back over as it comes to Wakely. Tried to get it back to Marlowe. Bad pass. Chased down by Keller out near the timeline as the Indians able to maintain control. Ball still loose. Comes back out. Three-pointer put up there by Mackley White. That's no good. And a foul down low. So who they get here for Bear Lake, it's going to go against Hallie Wells, the 6'1 sophomore. That'll be her first. And it's going to send Ellie Nelson to the free throw line. And the first one is good. Nelson has her first point of the game. She averages about 6.5 a game. Her high water mark for the year was 14. That came in the game at Highland as she missed the second free throw. And we got a lane violation on Hallie Wells, so Nelson will shoot a second time. Ellie's second free throw needs a bounce, won't get it. It stays 11-7 on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard as the Bears get it back up into the front court as they call a timeout taken here by the head coach of the Lady Bears. 11-7, Preston trails. Timeout on the floor. We'll be right back after this message from Yardmasters on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
100% guarantee is a good thing, and that's what you get when you hire the professionals at Yardmaster Services. We help you get the yard of your dream with custom fertilization for grass, trees, and shrubs, spraying for weeds, and lawn aeration. We also help keep your sprinkler system in top shape with turn-on and turn-off services, including winterization and small repairs. We even eliminate the bugs in the lawn and around the house. Yardmaster, serving commercial and residential customers. Call Yardmaster Services today for a free quote.
So the ball belongs to Bear Lake after the timeout as they take their first timeout of the night. As they'll get it back in as it comes into Sydney Scholl, the senior. Down into the left corner to Walker, now back out to the top again. As Wells kicks it over onto the right side. Three-pointer there, no good. Rebound punched away, he stays loose for the Indians as it comes to White. White drives all the way, and they're going to say it was out of bounds. Last touch by Ellie Marlowe on the rebound attempt as White tried to draw the foul and just kind of threw it up toward the basket, but the officials weren't buying it as it would become a turnover for the Indians. 5:20 to play here in the first half. Preston trails by 4 at 11-7. Quickly outside, bounce it down low, tried to get it to Crockett as she gets hit hard by Ellie. No, that was Keller came over to try to grab the loose ball. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Bear Lake again underneath their own basket. Cortland's check that back. It'll be Emily Walker to bring it in. Walker lobs it in out near the top of the key. Swing it back over to Scholl on the left side. Free throw line extended. In the corner to Crockett. Back to Scholl. Scholl bring it back across the top of the key again. Just 7 seconds left on the shot clock. With 5. Wells top of the key with 3, with 2. They throw it up toward the basket. It's an air ball, and that's a violation. Oh, they call a foul on a shot. She just threw it up in the air, just trying to beat the clock, and they call the foul on Ellie Marlowe. That's the Preston bench can't believe it. Bailout foul as Scholl will get a couple of shots here. First one is no good. Tonight's game brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building fine custom homes throughout the area. Call for more information at 435-232-1837. Scholl's second shot. That bounces high up in the air, and now a foul on Wells as she goes over the top trying to get the rebound. That'll be her second. 2 on each team now here in the quarter with 4:56 remaining before halftime. Preston still trails 11-7. Indians have the only points of the quarter. They have 4 points here in the quarter, and that's it. That's all that's been scored. Outside, White gives it back up. Marlowe has it outside. Free throw line extended left. Now back to White. Across the top of the key she comes. Gives it back to Wakely. Back to Marlowe. Again, free throw line extended left. Keller atop of the key. Tries to lob it down low. And again, another bad pass as they try to get it to Nelson. Intercepted there by the Bears. Here they come back the other way. Scholl driving. Lays it off on the right side. And a short little jumper is good. As that's put up by Peyton Crockett. That's her first 2 points of the game. And it's now 13-7. So the lead now 6 as the Indians get it back up in the front court. White driving across the top of the key. Gets cut off. Kick it back outside. Tell you what, the Bears play a very tough 2-1-2 zone defense, and a timeout called here by the Preston Indians. 3:55 remaining here in the first half. 13-7 on the Flying S Tideland Escrow scoreboard. We'll take a timeout. Back right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
In today's world, you need a bank that moves as fast as you move. A bank where personal relationships are still the norm, and where your life, your business, and your needs come first. That's what you'll find at Cache Valley Bank. With locations in southern Idaho and throughout Utah, Cache Valley Bank offers you the personalized service of a hometown bank with the resources and capacities of a large bank. Visit Cache Valley Bank today. Let us help you build the financial network you need. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC.
All right, Preston trails by 6, 13-7. in what has been a very, very low-scoring first half for them as we go past the midway point of quarter number 2. White back out top, try to again throw it over the top of the defense, and it's a bad pass off the hands of Carissa Whiteley this time and out of bounds. Preston trying to throw the ball over the top of the defense. That skip pass, that rarely works. As they've turned the ball over, that's 3 or 4 times now they've done that here in the first half. Wells brings it back over as it comes to Saxton. In the corner to Neal. Back to Saxton, top of the key. Work it back to Wells again. Free throw line extended right. Inside, nice pass. Skinner's jump shot is no good as Keller has the rebound for the Indians. She comes back with the dribble the other way. Going coast to coast, dribbles it off her knee and out of bounds, and the ball again will go back over to Bear Lake. So Preston, doing everything that exactly opposite of what Ben Huser talked about in the pregame show. They need to take care of the ball. They need to get good shots, and they're not doing that. There's a foul inside. That's going to be on Carissa Whiteley, and that's going to be 3 on her here in the first half. So she's going to have to come over and have a seat. Her team's third in the quarter. As here comes Ellie Marlowe back onto the floor. Marlowe's, however, is going to replace Dottie Keller. As Keller will come off. Ball out of bounds to Bear Lake. They get it in. Comes to Neal. Back in the corner to Walker. Top of the key. Back to Neal again. Wells comes to meet the pass. Back down low. Good entry pass down low. And it's up and in as that combination of high-low as the basket will go to Desiree Ullman. She has 4 here in the first half. 15-7, and now the ball taken away by the Indians as Saxton able to take it away. Then she's fouled, trying to go back the other way. That'll be 4 fouls here on the Indians in the quarter. They're going to be out of fouls as the foul is going to go against Taylor Wakely, and that'll be her second. 15-7, Preston trails as Neal back to Saxton, down into the corner. Walker can't get a shot, gets it back outside. Here's a three-pointer put up, and that's in by Neal. And that makes it 18-7 as the lead now is 11 for the Bears. Mackley White shoots over the top of the defense. Good rebound inside by Ellie Nelson for her first bucket of the game. She has 3, and it's 18-9 on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. Bounce it to Wells, get it down low. Nelson comes over, got a hand on that pass, but still go out of bounds and belongs still back to the Lady Bears as Keller and Knapp come back onto the floor as Harris and Whiteley will come off. 18-9 here in the second quarter. Quarter number 2 tonight brought to you by Yardmaster. As the inbound pass down low, Ullman has it down the block, can't get a shot, kick it back outside. The 2-pointers put up and in by Saxton. She has her first 2 points of the game, and it's 20-9 as the lead's back to 11 again on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. Keller will drive, can't get the layup to fall, taken away on the rebound by Crockett. As quickly, here come the Lady Bears again back the other way. As it comes to Walker, kick it back outside. 2-pointer from the left side, that's no good. Rebound comes inside, down low, that's put up, that's no good. Again by Ullman, still loose. Crockett from the right side, that's no good. As Knapp finally able to control the ball there for the Indians with 1:12 to play in the quarter. Keller gets it back up the floor. Running behind Macy Knapp, kind of a little screen to get up across the timeline. Comes to Marlowe, back to Knapp down low. Can't turn. Back outside to White, looks at a 3. Needs a bounce, no. Still tapped loose, goes back to the Bears again. 50 seconds remaining in the quarter. As it comes back to Saxton, quickly up into the front court to Scholl in front of the Bear Lake bench. And she travels. So the turnover ball comes back to Preston. Good to see Addie Romney back on the bench. She has not come back into the game yet. Trainer's over talking to her to see how she feels. So she's still sitting there minding her own business as Keller has the ball for the Indians. Look out as Scholl steps her out in front of her. That's got to be a blocking foul on Scholl, as Preston will keep the ball. Sydney Scholl draws her first. That's 3 on the team now with 32 seconds remaining in the quarter. 20-9, Preston trails by 11 on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. Wakely, who is still not scored in the game yet. As down low, Marlowe with the layup. Nice entry pass, and Ella makes sure she got the layup to go. It's 20-11. She cut the lead down to 9 with 15 seconds left in the half. Shot clock is off. On the right side, it comes there to Walker. She holds it up, gives it back to Saxton, can't get a shot, throws it away. It comes to Mackley White, who peeks up, checks the clock. Layup, no. As finally, right at the buzzer, Taylor Wakely gets her first 2 points of the half, and Preston cuts the lead down to 7 as we go to the halftime break. 20-13 on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard is the score, as we are done with 2 quarters here tonight, as Preston trails by 7, 20-13. Take a timeout. We'll come back. The Puppy Steps Training halftime report on the way right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
We offer rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. For example, your home's heating and air conditioning system draws significant amount of electricity during certain times of the year. We offer cashback for heat pumps, which use energy-efficient technology to heat and cool your home. We also offer rebates on appliances and smart accessories like smart plugs and smart switches. Really, for anything that draws electricity in your home, we usually have some type of rebate to offer you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
For 78 years, West Motor Company has stood by your family. While the generations have come and gone, our commitment to quality and service has never wavered. Our team is here to ensure you find the vehicle that keeps your loved ones safe on every journey. When trust matters most, choose West Motor Company, now proud to be part of the Mountain West Auto Group.
You understand the importance of maintenance for your car, like a yearly tune-up. So it makes sense to give your body an annual health tune-up too, by scheduling a yearly wellness visit at Franklin County Medical Center in Preston. Our physicians help with preventative care and can spot health issues before they become serious. And there's a good chance your health insurance will cover the cost. Why wait? Schedule your family's wellness visits today.
Purchasing land or a new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
Everyone wants a smile they can be proud of. A healthy smile can make your day brighter. At Canyon Creek Dental, Doctors Justin Carter, Thomas Hull, Heath Bateman, and Corby Dixon see patients of all ages and provide a full line of dental services, including fillings, wellness checks, braces, wisdom teeth, oral surgery, and cosmetic dentistry. Call us today to schedule an appointment in our Preston or Grace office. Canyon Creek Dental. We're here to give you a smile you can be proud of.
The opening homestand for the Preston boys basketball team concludes Saturday night when the Burley Bobcats come to Preston Gym. The pregame show gets started just after 7 p.m. with the tip-off slated for 7:30. Preston Sports are brought to you by Northern Title, Ready Support Services, Rocky Mountain Power, WattsSmartHomes.com, Stokes Market True Value, West Motors, Franklin County Medical Center, and S&T Electric. Join us for Preston Indian basketball all season long on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on MyLocalRadio.com, your home for Preston sports. And welcome back in here to the Puppy Steps halftime show, as a game that was billed between two 4-1 teams is what should have been an offensive battle. Instead, has been a defensive struggle through the first two quarters, as the two teams combined for 33 points in the first two quarters, but Bear Lake leads 20-13 over the Preston Lady Indians. Even though Preston outscored Bear Lake by a point in quarter number two, they still trail by 7 at the halftime break, as it's 20-13 here in the first quarter. We'll take a look at the stats coming up in just a little bit, but Bear Lake has 3 different players with 4 or more points in the game. Preston has 1 with that many points, and that was Dottie Keller, who hit a pair of 3-pointers in the first half. This is the Puppy Steps Training halftime report. Puppy Steps Training, the ultimate board and training experience for dog owners in Utah and Idaho. For more information, check out their website at puppystepstraining.com. Back with a look at stats right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
In today's world, you need a bank that moves as fast as you move. A bank where personal relationships are still the norm, and where your life, your business, and your needs come first. That's what you'll find at Cache Valley Bank. With locations in southern Idaho and throughout Utah, Cache Valley Bank offers you the personalized service of a hometown bank with the resources and capacities of a large bank. Visit Cache Valley Bank today. Let us help you build the financial network you need. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. Our experts self-perform all phases of construction on new or existing structures, such as site excavation, access road creation, concrete foundations, welding, and the installation and maintenance of piping, tanks, metal buildings, and more. Our turnkey services will have your facility operational quickly and safely. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
When you're hungry for a delicious burger, roast beef sandwich, and an ice-cold soda, stop at Papa J's Deli in Clifton, Idaho. You'll get an amazing meal at an affordable price, and you'll enjoy great conversation. Papa J's is famous for the best beef jerky, but you'll also find a delicious menu, a friendly staff, great snacks, and good friends at Papa J's Deli. Stop in today to satisfy your hunger. Papa J's, 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
In a world that's full of unknowns, you don't have to worry about whether or not your insurance has got you covered when life throws you a curveball. If your coverage is with Farm Bureau, the Smith Insurance Agency in Preston, offering policies from auto to home, farm and ranch to crop insurance, and business to life insurance. The Smith Insurance Agency does it all. No matter what challenges life brings, you're not alone. Make sure you've got the right coverage in the right areas of your life. Schedule a free insurance review today with Farm Bureau, the Smith Insurance Agency in Preston.
All right, you get a look at the scoreboard there as Preston trailing by a score of 20-13. Get you a score update from the Westside game tonight, as the Westside girls leading 22-9 over Firth tonight as they start the third quarter. Time to look at the stat sheet. That's brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency at 208-852-2364. As here at the first half for Bear Lake, it is Cortland Skinner who had 2. Sydney Scholl had 1 in the first half. Grohl Saxton had 2. Taisley Neal had 4 points in the first half. 4 points for Desiree Ullman as well. 2 for Peyton Crockett and 4 for Hallie Wells for the Preston Indians. In the first half, Taylor Wakely had 2 with a layup right at the buzzer at the end of the half. Dottie Keller had a pair of threes for 6 points in the first half. Ella Marlowe had 2 and 3 points for Ellie Nelson. 20-13, Preston trails second half. Coming up right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
When you think of outdoor adventure, you might think of snow machines, four-wheelers, side-by-sides, motorcycles, or even cutting wood or taking care of the lawn. No matter what your definition of outdoor adventure is, always remember Ultimate Power Sports. We carry brand names like Polaris, Can-Am, Yamaha, Skidoo, Stihl, and Toro. Offering sales and service, your fun really does begin at Ultimate Power Sports. With multiple in-store financing options, we can help you have outdoor adventures right now. Stop in today, Ultimate Power Sports in Logan and Preston.
One of the things that makes Northern Title unique is the
Third quarter just gets underway as we're back with you here from Preston Gym. As the little layoff from Wells comes over to Crockett, and she's fouled going up immediately. As she'll go to the free throw line. Just 10 seconds into the third quarter, as the foul's going to be on Taylor Wakely, and that's going to be her third. The shot here from Crockett is good. Have an update on Addie Romney. She is okay, the family says, but she probably will not return to the game here tonight. Crockett makes them both. Makes it 22-13. So a 9-point lead again here. Harris takes a three, no good. Long rebound comes off, taken away by Neal. Quickly, they get it up the floor. Here comes Soul up the floor, gets it to the top of the key to Wells. Skip pass back over to the left side. Shot put up there by Neal, no good. Wells with the rebound, spins around Keller and puts it back in. So 4 quick points for the Lady Bears as they open the lead back up again to 11, 24-13. Bad pass comes out to the top of the key. Skip it back to Harris. Through the traffic, get it back over to Marlowe on the right side in the corner, drives the baseline, and there's Wells with another block. And then ball, a pushing foul as Nelson will draw the foul. She tried to push her way in toward the rebound. The Indians, when they drive the ball into the middle, they just hold the ball out there like on a tee for Wells, and she just swats at it. They need to be a little bit more aggressive, taking the ball inside and go at her rather than just holding it out and let her swing freely at it. Good pass down low. Wells to Crockett for the layup. I take it back. Walker with the points. Her first 2 points of the game down low as it goes to Keller. She'll be fouled. Good entry pass by Nelson as Dottie Keller is fouled. Crockett gets the foul. That's her first. 2 on the Indians, 1 now on the Bears here in the third quarter. As Keller to the free throw line, and the first one's no good. Tonight's game brought to you by Stokes Market True Value. With the freshest meat and produce you'll find not only in Preston, but throughout the Cache Valley. Stokes Market on State Street here in Preston. Keller's second shot misses them both as it bounces high up in the air. Neal has the rebound. She'll bring it back up into the front court. As it comes to Walker, back to Neal. Back over here on the right side as it comes back to Shaw. Shaw's pass is deflected, finds its way to Walker. Down low through the hands of Crockett, back to Wells on the left side. Back out top, Shaw driving. Pass deflected. Stays with bare leg as it comes back to her. Kick it all the way over in the left corner. Wells wants to drive the baseline. And again, Preston gets a hand on the pass and deflects it out of bounds with 6 seconds left on the shot clock. 6:06 to play here in the quarter number 3, 26-13 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard as Bear Lake has the lead. Comes into Shaw. Shot from the corner, no good. Pulled out of midair by Nelson. She'll give it off to Wakely. Wakely brings it up the floor. Back to Keller. Left-hand layup is good. Dottie's got 8. And it's 26-15. That's for the Indians. That's her first 2 points of the quarter. About 3.5 minutes in. Three-pointer from the corner. That's no good. Wells taps it away as she reached up over Marlowe. Gets those big arms out there as it comes back out top to Shaw. She wants to drive. Nelson stripped it away, but last touched by Ellie as it'll go back to Bear Lake. Haley Wells is 6'1". She's the tallest girl on the court, but she has long arms too. As Carissa Whiteley will come back in, as Ella Marlowe will go back to the bench. As the inbounds pass, good hands there by Wakely to knock that back out of bounds as it stays with Bear Lake. 5:32 to play here in the third. Third quarter tonight brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Again, the entry pass, and this time like a good hockey goalie, Wakely just kicks it away. Again, the ball will stay with the Lady Bears. They get it in as it comes into Wells, top of the key. She'll hold it there. Tries to dribble here against Keller. Gives it off. Little three-man weave. Goes to Scholl, top of the key. Back down low. The layup there by Saxton was no good. Here comes the Indians again back the other way. Comes to Harris, and she gets held trying to go to the basket. No shot. Fouls on 10. Tinsley Neal. That'll be her first. That's 2 on each team now here in the quarter as Preston will have the ball out of bounds in the front court. As it comes into Nelson at the free throw line. Back to Taylor Wakely, who hits the short jumper. She now has 4, and it's 26-17 as Preston has cut the lead back down to 9 again. As Shaw into the front court, gives it off to Neal. Right elbow, it comes to Wells as Neal shoots over the screen. As that'll be a three-point shot and makes it 29-17. As the layup down low, no good. Nelson tries to go back up. Wells has another block. And again, here comes the Lady Bears again back the other way. 29-17 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard as Preston trails by 12. Driving and slipping and falling out of bounds with Shaw. That'll be a turnover, and Preston will get the ball back. 4:29 to play here in the third. Dan Hubbard along with Ernest Dixon, John Beverly back in the studio. Glad to have you along with us here tonight from Preston Gym. Indians have some work to do to get back into this one. Down low, Nelson, and there's Wells again with another swat out of bounds. That little pass they've been trying to throw all night over the top of the defense finally made a connection as Nelson went up, and then Wells with those long arms able to come across and make the block. Wakely to bring it in. Gets it into Keller. Give it back to Wakely in the left corner. She's double teamed. Comes back to the elbow there to Whiteley. Back down low. Knapp just back into the game. Her shot no good. Goes straight up, comes right back down. Neal fights for the rebound. Then it's going to be off Preston and out of bounds. So 3 in, 3 out here for Bear Lake. As Sydney Shaw will leave. Halfway through quarter number 3, 29-17. Preston's been outscored 9-4 here in the quarter. Three-pointer, that's no good. Taken away as Whiteley has the rebound. Gives it off to Harris, just back into the game. Brightly hurries the ball up the court. Goes off in the corner. Keller for another 3, no good. As swooping in to steal the rebound away was Skinner. Just back onto the floor. Skinner gets it back up into the front court. Back to Neal. Down low, driving, block. Basket's good. Basket's good by Desiree Allman. And a blocking foul down low. As Dottie Keller is going to draw the foul. That's her second, team's third here in the quarter. And Allman will go to the line, try to complete the three-point play. And the shot is no good. So it's 31-17 with 3.5 to play here in quarter number 3 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Harris back over onto the left side, now top of the key. Back to Harris outside, three-pointer by by Brightly, banks in, and she has her first points of the game as she's able to hit that three. 31-20. Ball comes back to Wells at the free throw line. Preston knocked it away momentarily, but then Whiteley from behind will foul her, trying to reach in and knock the ball away. That's going to be 4 fouls now on Carissa Whiteley. 4 on the Indians as a team with 3 minutes to play as they get the pass in down low. The shot no good. Wakely has the rebound. Here comes Taylor on the run. Get it ahead to Keller. Left-hand layup. That's no good. Look out as Harris goes up and comes down hard. Hold on. As make sure she's okay. Brightly hops back up as Preston already a player short with Addie Romney on the bench after taking a bump in the first half. And as Dad said, she is likely not to return in the game. 31-20, 11-point lead here for the Lady Bears. Here in quarter number 3 with 2:54 left. Saxton has it, knocked away. Good defensive play there by the Indians. They chase to go and get it, but then it's Keller with a push trying to get possession to pick up the loose ball. Dottie's got 3 now. That's 3 players for the Indians now with 3 fouls or more. That's the 5th foul against the Indians, so it's going to send Neal to the free throw line. As Taisley, with her 8 points, misses the first one. Foul trouble for the Indians. Of course, we told you that Whiteley has 4, Wakely has 3, and Keller also has 3. Second free throw again, no good. And again, the Bear Lake Bears able to control the rebound. Get it back outside as it comes back to Neal. Neal comes back across the top of the key again, holds it up. Plenty of time on the shot clock as they've just had the free throw situation as they'll hold it. Wells comes back out to the top of the key to receive the pass. Able to hand it off and then a double dribble. They handed it to Saxton. She held the ball for a moment as she received the handoff and then put it back onto the floor. That's a double dribble. So 2.5 to play here in the quarter. 31-20, Preston trails on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Comes back to Harris. Whip it down to Mackley White. Back out top as the three-pointer there put up by Wakely. No good. Preston able to grab the rebound. Wild pass. Look out. It goes into the bench as it's Wakely flies through the bench and into the first row of seats, but she hops up quickly and back out onto the floor. And the Preston bench has got a little rearranging to do as the chair was certainly knocked out of the way as Wakely went over to the top. So the pass out of bounds. Here comes the Lady Bears again back the other way. Scholl back into the game. Gives it off baseline. The pass deflected, knocked out of bounds by the Indians. Skinner tried to throw it along the baseline to where Peyton Crockett was waiting on the left block, but the pass never got there. As it comes inbound high off the glass, it's Allman. As she picks up another 2. She's got 8 in the game, and it's a 13-point lead again at 33-20. Whiteley looks at a 3. Mackley's shot no good, and again, the rebound is off to Allman. Hands it off to Saxton. Quickly up into the front court comes to Shaw in the corner. From the right corner, 3. That's no good. On the shot, Macy Knapp able to grab the rebound, secure it there. She'll give it off to Knapp with 1.5 minutes to play in the quarter. Get it back up into the front court as it comes to Harris. Skip pass, comes back over again to Wakely. Puts the ball to the dribble. She'll hand it to White, who brings it back to the top of the key. Mackley reverses pivot, comes back, and ends up in the hands of Harris. Harris on the right side. Try to get it down low as the pass comes to Knapp. Too far out in front of her and out of her reach, and the ball goes out of bounds. Ellie Nelson will come back in as Macy Knapp will go to the bench. As Preston trails by 13 with 1:10 to play here in quarter number 3. Third quarter brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Go by and see them. You'll be treated like a friend if you do. They're at 17 South State Street in Preston. Outside, Allman. Whip it all the way around. Sexton has it from the left corner 3. That's no good. Good rebound down low as Ullman able to grab the ball and then throw a hip into Ellie Nelson to clear out some area for her to get a layup, and it's a 35-20. Under 40 seconds to play now in the quarter, and Preston loses the ball and the turnover, and the ball again will go back over to the Bear Lake Lady Bears. 36 seconds to play in the quarter, so about a second and a half difference between the game clock and the shot clock here as they get it up into the front court. All the way, whip it across. Ullman, left corner, doesn't take the three. Back out top, driving is Scholl. Her shot partially blocked. It comes back to Saxton. Whip it back outside. Skinner wants to drive. Put it up. That's no good. Again down low. Almost held the ball. Couldn't quite get to it. Saxton tries to come back up top again. Wakely gets a hand on it to knock it out of bounds with 7.5 seconds left in the quarter. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. As the ball comes into Scholl. So dribble right up the middle. Has it knocked away, taken away. They get it to Wakely with 2, with 1. She's not going to get the shot off in time, and she doesn't. And we are done with 3 quarters here tonight. 35-20. The Bear Lake Lady Bears lead. We'll go to the fourth. Preston has work to do as they trail by 15 on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
One of the things that makes Northern Title unique is the fact that we serve clients in 3 states, Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. Each state has different rules and regulations, and our experienced staff understands each unique rule, so we can facilitate closings in all 3 states. If you're buying a home in Star Valley and you want to close in Preston, it's no problem. The company logo is Good Deeds Done Daily. We are preparing Good Deeds Daily, but it's more than that. We really are trying to serve the community in a good way. Northern Title, Good Deeds Done Daily. Visit us today.
Go Preston!
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
All right, we move to quarter number 4 here tonight. Fourth quarter brought to you by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. Next time you're there, check out their world-class smoked jerkies, or you can order it online at papajs.com. Ball belongs to the Indians to start the fourth. They trail by 15, 35-20. As Harris for 3. First shot, that's no good. Ball comes off, rebound comes off to Mackley White, that's no good. Keller down low again has the rebound, and the putback is in. Keller's got 10. That's a new season high for her. As Dottie makes it 35-22. Wells holds in the corner. Comes to Bromey into the game for the first time. Pass down low, ripped loose again, finds its way to Wells in the middle. Nope, they're going to have a traveling violation called against the Indians. Or ball will come to the Indians, I should say. Preston has 22 points. Their lowest point output in a game this year was 42. So they basically need to double their points to get back to their lowest point output in a game here in the fourth quarter. Wakely, 3, good, and a foul. So Taylor buries the 3. The foul's going to go against Crockett. And the lead cut down to 10 just that quick. For Crockett, that's her second foul. Wakely will go to the free throw line to try to complete the 4-point play. As it doesn't quite sneak over the front of the rim, Harris able to chase it down in the corner as it's going to stay with the Indians. Nice defense there by Preston. Harris will bring it in. Not quite a minute into the quarter. Preston trails by 10 as they've cut into the lead already. As the deep pass comes in, Nelson back to Keller. Dottie comes across the top of the key, so give it back to Wakely, who will back the ball up, set up the offense. Keller over on the left side. He comes back to White. Her pass deflected, comes back out again. As that comes back to Wakely, her shot no good. Good hustle by the Bears to get it back to the rebound as they get it back up into the front court. Holding it there is Wells as Nelson comes out to play defense on her. Neal back to Wells, stands in the three-point area, comes back out top as the pass comes to Bromey. As almost lost it. Harris able to chase her down as it comes to Walker right in front of the bench. She'll hold it up there in 10 in three-point country. Down low it comes to Wells. Wells can't get the shot. She'll give it over in the left corner. A two-pointer from there is good on the shot put up by Neal. She now has 10 in the game, and Preston wants a timeout. Fourth quarter brought to you by Papa J's. It's a full timeout. Preston trailing by 12 again, 37-25 on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. We're back with more fourth quarter action right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
When you're hungry for a delicious burger, roast beef sandwich, and an ice cold soda, stop at Papa J's Deli in Clifton, Idaho. You'll get an amazing meal at an affordable price, and you'll enjoy great conversation. Papa J's is famous for the best beef jerky, but you'll also find a delicious menu, a friendly staff, great snacks, and good friends at Papa J's Deli. Stop in today to satisfy your hunger. Papa J's, 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
Tonight's game also brought to you by Ellie Benson, when your trusted name real estate advisor. When you have your time to put your commercial or residential property up for sale, or you want to buy some, call Elisa Benson at North Realty Utah and North Realty Idaho. As Wakely has it for the Indians. Free throw line to Nelson, to the corner, now back to Ellie, and she's fouled as she tries to roll to the basket. Foul's going to go against Crockett. That'll be her third. Second on the team against the Lady Bears here in the fourth quarter. As Scholl comes back onto the floor, and Taylor Neal will go back to the bench. Preston trying to run a little circle route, comes back into Nelson, back to the top of the key. White gives it back to Harris. Harris holds, gives it back to Nelson, now back to White. Free throw line extended left, brings it back to the top of the key, tries to dribble, kicks it forward, loses the ball, comes back to Scholl. Scholl driving all the way and knocked out of bounds by the Indians. Preston just not taking control of the ball tonight, not at all. They try to dribble the ball in. You can pass through a defense better than you can dribble through it, as the three-pointer from the left side is no good. Quickly they get it ahead as it comes to Harris. Bradley has to wait for it and can give it back to Dottie Keller. But that zone defense for Bear Lake is packed in so tight they can't hardly pass through it either, because the passes aren't very crisp. As it comes back out to the top of the key, back to Harris. Harris bounces it over to Wakely. Partially deflected, finds its way down low to Keller, back to Wakely. Her three-pointer is no good, as Mackley White will chase it into the corner, but she stepped out of bounds. She kind of stumbled a little bit, lost her balance, and by the time she got her footing back, she was standing on the baseline with 5:02 to play here in the fourth quarter. 37-25. Preston trails by a dozen on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. Wells into the front court. Goes into the corner, three-pointer from there is too long. Air ball, Keller has it, and a holding foul in the back court is going to go against Brooke Bromey. For first, team's third. Preston gets a couple more fouls. They can go to the free throw lines on whistles, but they got to get there first. 4:45 to play in the fourth. Macy Knapp going to check back in here for the Indians. Keller brings it back across the top of the key. Back to Wakely. Looks at a three. Banks in. Taylor makes the three. Timeout on the floor called by the Indians. So it makes it 37-28 as they cut the lead down to 9. As that'll be a full timeout. Nope, a 30-second timeout called by the Indians. Back right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
So Preston with two players with 10 points each, but they're still down 9, 37-28. 4.5 to go here in the game. Scholl gets it back up into the front court. Looks down the left side, double team, gets around Harris as the pass goes down into the corner. Then Brightly comes over and slaps the ball away, and it goes out of bounds. So it stays with Bear Lake. Walker brings it in from the far sideline, gives it to Scholl. Scholl drives, gets into the paint, lays it off to Wells, fakes her shot, tries to drive, knocks it, loses it, able to save it onto the floor as it comes back out top to Scholl again. Bounce it back to Wells from the right elbow, turns and faces up. Back outside to Scholl in the left corner. Back to Wells, now back to Scholl, driving down the middle, has her shot. She's fouled going up as the foul is going to be on Wakely, and that's going to be 4 on Taylor. So Taylor's fourth, Preston's first of the period. 4:01 to play, and now Sydney Scholl back to the free throw line to shoot 2, and the first one is good. Just her second point of the game. Tonight's game brought to you by Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care that you'll find in all of the Cache Valley. 38-28 as now make it 39-28 as the lead back out to 11 again. We go under 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 3. Keller tries to drive the baseline, throws it off of the ankle of a Bear Lake player and then hits Keller. She's standing out of bounds. Good idea, but she was standing out of bounds watching the play, and the ball came back out and hit her. So the ball stays with Bear Lake again, back up into the front court. Back outside, Scholl holds it there. Preston trails by 11. Bounce pass inside. Back outside it comes to Neal. Back to the top of the key again to Scholl. Back to Neal on the right side. She plays catch with Scholl a couple of times. Now over to Skinner. Wells has it in the left corner. Back down inside. Layup no good there by Scholl. Punched away, but Preston able to keep possession. Bear Lake has done a good job to spread out the Preston defense to try to get looks inside. That one just wouldn't go down. White drives, gets cut off as she gets to the right baseline. Try to get it down and low to Knapp, punched away. She gets it back, however, gives it back outside to Keller with 3 minutes to play in the game. Wakely holds. Harris looks at a 3. No good. Long rebound comes off to Scholl. They got bodies tripping all over each other. Scholl gets it back down low. Wells for the layup. They just outran the Indians back up the floor, and it's 41-28. Wells now with 8 points in the game. 2.5 to play. Ball tapped out of bounds. As Ellie Nelson will come back in. As Macy Knapp will go back to the bench here for the Indians. They trail by 13 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Harris has it top of the key. Ellie Marlowe will be back in the next time it's dead. As Nelson down low, wrenched the ball away from Wells and then couldn't get the layup to go down. Here come Bear Lake again back the other way. Scholl up into the front court. Skinner looks at a 3. That's no good. Tapped out of bounds by Wells as they come back over to the Indians. So Marlowe will come back on. Keller will come out. As Emery Walker will come back on here for Bear Lake as well, as it's Gruel Saxton who will leave. So 2:10 to play. Preston has the ball back up into the front court. Still a 13-point lead. Things can happen, but they got to get shots to fall. Of course, they got to get shots off, too. Comes to Marlowe in the paint as they try to get her away from the ball. She triple-teamed her for momentarily at the free throw line, but the foul's going to be called on Sydney Scholl her second, and that's 4 on the team. So Bear Lake is out of fouls now here in the quarter. Comes in, White looks at a 3. Mackley's shot rattles around a couple of times, stays out. Marlowe tried to tie her up. Did she? Did she get it long enough? They're going to say yes, but the arrow's still in the favor of Bear Lake, so they'll keep the ball on the alternating possession rule. 1:53 to play. 41-28. Preston trails here in quarter number 4. As it comes to Neal up into the front court. Nelson comes out to defend the pass and knocks it out of bounds. As it'll remain Bear Lake's ball right in front of their own bench. Neal to bring it in. Comes into Wells, snap the ball down low onto the block, turnaround jumper, that's no good. Turn around again on the rebound. As Emery Walker has her second hoop of the night. And it's 43-28 as the lead grows to 15 now. 1:20 to play in the fourth. Come along the baseline, the shot there by White. That won't go down for her. Mackley's had several good opportunities tonight, but none of them have fallen for her. As ball will stay down here with the Indians, as the foul is going to go against Taisley Neal. That'll be her second and the 5th foul against the team, so that's going to send Ellie Nelson to the free throw line. Ellie's first shot is no good. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Ready Support Services. If you're interested in joining their team, visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready. Nelson's second free throw. She missed them both. It remains 43-28, but Ellie hustles for the long rebound. Comes back out to Wakely. Taylor back out top to Harris. Harris goes back to White. Mackley trying to spin away from Wells, who comes out to defend the ball as they get it back out top to Neal. Neal tried to get it to Harris, couldn't go there. Quickly it comes ahead to Nelson. Ellie drives, layup is good, and a foul. Foul's going to go against Walker as Nelson able to get the layup to go down for her. 43-30, and again, Nelson's going to go back to the free throw line to try to shoot one here. She'll try to complete the three-point play, which she does. So Nelson completes the three-point play. She has 6 in the game. It's 43-31. Preston again cuts the lead down to a dozen. And that ball turned over. It's going to come back over to Preston. 49 seconds left. Tonight's game brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for newer used cars in Preston and Logan. As again, down low to Nelson. Nice little move to get around Wells, but she missed the layup. As Allman has it with 38 seconds left. Remind you to stay tuned. The Rouse Construction postgame show comes up after the game is over. As Harris fouls Wells way out away from the basket. That's 3 on Romney, 2 on the team with 33 seconds left. Walker gets it back in. Comes to Shaw, driving down the middle. Gets cut off. Into the corner, held there. Back out top to Neal again. Skip pass comes to Wells. 17 feet straight away. As the shot clock is off, they don't have to shoot. As the ball comes to Shaw, as Taylor Wakely comes over to commit the foul, and that's going to be 5 on her. So Wakely fouls out with 15 seconds left. Taylor will leave with 10 points in the game. And Bear Lake has the ball, still don't have to shoot. They can just run the final 15 seconds off the clock as it comes into Wells. Wells gets it down low, running and right along the baseline. The layup is no good, but they foul Allman coming along the baseline. As Mackley White draws the foul, that's her first. So with 11 and a half left, Allman goes to the free throw line with 10 points tonight, make it 11 as she makes the first free throw. Makes it 44-31. So Preston is going to fall woefully short of what was their fewest number of points in a game tonight, as they're going to lose their second of the year as Bear Lake is going to improve to 5-1 as they'll win their third in a row. White drives the baseline. Reverse layup by Mackley. No. Nelson gets the rebound, tries to put it back up. It's no good, as that's the way the game will end. So Preston suffers their second loss of the year. They slip to 4-2 as they come up short tonight, losing by the final score of 44-31 tonight against the defending 2A champion Bear Lake Lady Bears. We invite you to stay tuned. The post-game show comes up right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network. Tonight's game was brought to you by Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Rocky Mountain Power, WattSmartHomes.com, offering rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. Ready Support Services, we are ready. West Motor Company, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Franklin County Medical Center for the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value with the finest meat and produce in Preston. S&T Electric, it's what we do. Flying S Escrow and Title, land title protectors since 1905. Ultimate Power Sports, get ready for your next outdoor adventure at Ultimate Power Sports in Preston. Elisa Benson of North Realty, Idaho and North Realty, Utah. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Cache Valley Bank, serving Utah and southern Idaho with 21 locations. Yardmaster, keeping lawns healthy throughout the Cache Valley. Puppy Steps Training, northern Utah and southern Idaho's premier board and training facility since 2011. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, your local agents right here in Preston. Canyon Creek Dental, with 2 area locations to serve you. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in downtown Preston where you will be treated like a friend. Papa J's, making world-class jerky locally right here in Clifton. Ralph's Construction, building custom homes throughout the region. Now stay tuned, the Ralph's Construction postgame show is coming right up. If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
Purchasing land or a new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
The opening homestand for the Preston boys basketball team concludes Saturday night when the Burley Bobcats come to Preston Gym. The pregame show gets started just after 7 p.m. with the tip-off slated for 7:30. Preston sports are brought to you by Northern Title, Ready Support Services, Rocky Mountain Power, WattSmartHomes.com, Stokes Market True Value, West Motors, Franklin County Medical Center, and S&T Electric. Join us for Preston Indian basketball all season long on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on MyLocalRadio.com, your home for Preston sports.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
It's time for the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap the just completed game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at what's ahead for the Preston teams. The postgame show is brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building quality designer homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. For more information, call 435-232-1837. And welcome back here to the postgame show as the Indians fall here tonight to the defending 2A state champion Bear Lake Lady Bears, 43-31 the final here tonight, as Preston hit double figures in only 2 of the 4 quarters as far as scoring goes throughout the game. Bear Lake was tough. Their defense, they really packed it in well. They used their hands well, and it was very difficult for the Indians to get the ball around as they fall short by a dozen here tonight, as they fall to 4-2 on the year. Bear Lake goes to 5-1 on the season with the win. This is the Ralph's Construction post-game show, building fine custom homes throughout the area. Call for more information at 435-232-1837. We'll check the final stat sheet right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
In a world that's full of unknowns, you don't have to worry about whether or not your insurance has got you covered when life throws you a curveball. If your coverage is with Farm Bureau, the Smith Insurance Agency in Preston, offering policies from auto to home, farm and ranch to crop insurance, and business to life insurance. The Smith Insurance Agency does it all. No matter what challenges life brings, you're not alone. Make sure you've got the right coverage in the right areas of your life. Schedule a free insurance review today with Farm Bureau, the Smith Insurance Agency in Preston.
Make the best deal you can. When it's time to buy or sell commercial or residential real estate, it's important to have Elisa Benson on your team. She is helpful, knowledgeable, honest, friendly, hardworking, and results-oriented. As a graduate of Preston High School, Elisa understands the real estate markets in Idaho and Utah. Call Elisa Benson today, North Realty Idaho and North Realty Utah. Elisa Benson, your proactive, trusted advisor.
Hi, I am Dr. Chelsea Morrison, the Primary Care Medical Director at Franklin County Medical Center. I'm here to tell you that one of the most important things you should do each year is see your doctor. A yearly checkup is a small way to prevent large health problems from happening. It is also an opportunity to get support for you and your family's health goals. Everyone, young or old, should have an annual wellness check, and chances are your insurance plan will cover it. Call to schedule your annual wellness checkup today.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
All right, welcome back. Time to take a look at the final numbers brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency at 208-852-2364. For Bear Lake in the win, it was Cortland Skinner. She finished with 2. Sydney Shull had 2, as did Rolly Saxton. She also had 2. Paisley Neal finished with 10. Emily Walker had 4. Desiree Ullman was the high point person on the team. She finished with 11. Peyton Crockett had 4, and Hallie Wells had 8 in the game tonight for Bear Lake. For the Preston Lady Indians, Carissa Whiteley, Mackley White, and Macy Knapp all played. None of them scored any points in the game. Taylor Wakely finished with 10. Dottie Keller had 10. Ella Marlowe finished with 2. Brightly Harris had 3. And Ellie Nelson finished with 6 points in the game. 43-31 the final, as they come up just a little bit short again here to do the Indians here tonight as they fall to 4-2 now overall on the year. Tonight's broadcast was brought to you by Mountain Power, WattsmartHomes.com. Remember, that is a service that provides you with rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the home. Find out how this can apply to you at WattsmartHomes.com. Look that up today. Back with a final thought. and what's on tap for the Lady Indians as we continue right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network. If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
You understand the importance of maintenance for your car, like a yearly tune-up. So it makes sense to give your body an annual health tune-up too, by scheduling a yearly wellness visit at Franklin County Medical Center in Preston. Our physicians help with preventative care and can spot health issues before they become serious. And there's a good chance your health insurance will cover the cost. Why wait? Schedule your family's wellness visits today.
It's always nice to know who you're working with, especially when it comes to legal documents, loans, and title insurance tied to your home. Company-wide, Northern Title has been providing exceptional title work since 1977. In the Preston office, you work with Jan Stone, Monique Bear, Melanie Olson, Cassidy Loya, Afton Jones, and Charlie Bear. Let us answer any questions you have about title work, title insurance, and closings. We look forward to serving all of your title needs. Northern Title in Preston, Idaho. Good deeds done daily. Contact us today.
Go Preston!
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
All right, welcome back. See the final score. Preston drops a 43-31 decision tonight to Bear Lake. Preston now can be off for a few days. Their next game comes up on Wednesday as they will be playing host to the Hillcrest Lady Knights here at Preston Gym. Pre-game that night will get started at 7 p.m. with the tip-off at 7:30. Our next broadcast will come up on tomorrow, as the boys will be back on the floor here at Preston Gym to wrap up their opening homestand on the year when the Burley Bobcats come to town. Once again, pregame show just about 7 o'clock tomorrow night with the tip-off set for 7:30. That'll wrap up our coverage for tonight. The executive producer of KACH Radio Sports is Val Cook. Our associate producer is Jason Andrews. Studio coordinator tonight back at KACH Radio is John Beverly, and our stage manager tonight here at Preston Gym has been Ernest Dixon. We'll remind you of the final score as Bear Lake wins it 44-31. Until next time, I'm Dan Hubbard wishing you a great evening and saying thanks for watching us here tonight as the Preston Lady Indians fall to Bear Lake, as you've been watching here on mylocalradio.com and on FM 105.5 KACH and along the My Local Radio Sports Network. Until tomorrow night, have a very pleasant good evening, everybody. Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.